What is going on, my people? Welcome, welcome, welcome to a bright new sunny day. I'm live on location in Tampa, Florida. My name is Charles Tank Harris, and I am the founder and chief visionary officer of the financial literacy platform Wealth Our Way, where our motto is wealth is not only for the wealthy. Today is Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021, and I'm just happy to be here with you. And I want to thank each and every one of you who tunes in every day and who is here today live in the audience just to get this 15 minutes of finance in. And definitely want to shout out those of you who are watching this pre-recorded overnight on the weekend, just wherever you can get your 15-minute fix in. I appreciate you. Next time your husband or your wife gives you a little too much of this in the air, just go downstairs and watch 15 minutes. You calm down, you relax, you come back, drop a financial jewel on their butt, and then everything will work out. So here's what's going on today. Today is day 7 of the 14-day Wealth Our Way financial fast. Now, everyone who knows me, I may not be avid church goer. My church family forgives me just like Jesus does. They know I can't make it every time I'm supposed to be there. But anyone who knows me knows I'm a man of faith, and I give praise to the high almighty, and everyone else has their freedoms to do whatever they want to do as far as their faith is concerned. Why do I bring that up? I bring that up because it's day 7. And the faith that I believe on day 7, God rested. But guess what? God expects a little more of me, and I'm not resting today. Today, though, we are going to have a day in review. This is the midpoint of the fast, and everything centered around day 7 of the fast deals with reviewing. It deals with assessing where you are. Sometimes when you start a plan, sometimes when you lay out some goals, when you lay out a map of where you want to go, you're so busy being on the journey that you can't check your status and your progress of the journey. So what we're going to do today is not make that mistake. There's a song by the Atlanta-based rap group Outkast, my homies love them as I do, that says that the rear view mirror is much smaller than the windshield. When we're trying to progress in life, we have to realize that we have to pay more attention to what's in front of us than what is behind us. But we definitely need to take that rearview mirror every so often and look back in and see where we came from. So with that in mind, we're going to get into day 7. I'm going to screen share with you cats. Boom. And here we go. So on day 7, every day I told you we're making a commitment. We're taking something that requires physical action, and then we're answering a question. The first task of day 7 is to commit to doing a journal review. Remember on day 1, we broke down, oh, you know what? I forgot something. I gotta say this. I gotta shout it out because Wealth Our Way family member Lindsay Bronner just popped in the room, and I saw a beautiful picture of her dog, and I put a picture of my beautiful dog Coco up. It's National Puppy Day. I gotta shout out the dogs, and the reason I gotta do that is because Big Tank was not an animal person for the majority of his life. When I was younger, we brought a dog home. The dog bit me. I've had like a little bit of a angst about dogs. And then I got a whole racial based premise on dogs and ownerships and masters and all that stuff. So it stood in the way of me having a dog for a very long time. But I got a little baby stepdaughter. She wanted a puppy. We got her a puppy. Guess what? I done commandeered the puppy. It's my dog. I love Coco. Me and her have a special bond. Every time she hears my voice, she goes crazy. I now truly understand the unconditional love that people say they get from their pets. So on National Puppy Day, I want to shout out all the puppies and all the puppy owners who take great care of their animals. Keep it up. So with that being the case, going back to committing to doing a journal review, I asked you guys on day 1 to get a journal, to have something that you can even write in physically or record electronically, even if it's the notes section on your phone. Hopefully, you've been taking this task seriously every day and writing in your journal the various things that you're encountering. One thing that I want to encourage you guys to do is realize that the 14-day fast is not a magic wand. It's not, oh, if I come on here and listen to Tank and actually do these tasks for 14 days, I'm going to be financially where I want to be at the end of 14 days. That's nonsense. I'm not one of these people on social media, on the internet, promising quick fix. This is every day, which is why I show up every day. Same thing. I always analogize it to my weight loss journey. I've had setbacks. I've had levels of progress. You have to keep your head down and trudge forward in the right direction every day. These are just the tools that we need to get this journey moving in the right direction. So we should go back right now and look at all of the notes that we've made and just take it all in, see what we've done. Now, that's the commitment part. When you're making that commitment, when you're actually doing that exercise, the take action part is I want you to assess those three goals, those three reasons that you listed on the first day of the fast as to why this fast was important to you. I want you to measure on a percentage basis, with 0 being, Tank, I haven't even started it, to 100%, Tank, I've mastered it. And I want to tell you this right now. I'm going to pass judgment on you right now. If you have 100% next to one of your goals, you're fooling yourself. You need to reassess it, because the reasons for doing the fast, even if you wrote as a reason, let me give you something that may make you think, no, Tank, I'm doing it. If your goal was, I want to do the fast so that I can prove to myself I can commit to financial change, and I'm going to measure my success by simply showing up to the broadcast every day. And let's say you've been to every broadcast, still not 100%, because first of all, the fast isn't over. So we're in progress. And we have to always realize that success is a goal-oriented journey. Success is not a destination. So by definition, we can't reach success. We always need to be striving for success. So when you go to record your progress to date, grade yourself kind of firmly, grade yourself harshly, if I would say so. Don't be so harsh that you can't maintain a level of positivity that'll make you keep going forward, but make sure you know that there is still work to be done. And then after you have noted that progress on a percentage basis, I want you to turn your attention to the question of the day. And the question of the day is, what has gotten in the way of my progress? You know, it's so easy to understand why we are who we are, how we became who we are. I've talked about it on my program, 15 Minutes of Finance. I've talked about it on other social media outlets that I've spoken upon. One of my favorite books is The 4 Agreements by a gentleman named Don Miguel Ruiz. And he starts his book off explaining that we as human beings are a potpourri. We're a jambalaya of various experiences, various exposures, various teachings of the things that we have been exposed to since we were born. So we have no original identity until we get to a point of awareness where we look at it and say, man, I walk like that because my uncle walks like that. I curse all the time because my aunt curses all the time. I happen to write this way because my first grade teacher taught me to write this way. And then we make the decision to say, I've taken inventory of who I am, and now I'm mentally free and mentally aware enough to decide, no, this is who I want to be. I want to keep these things, but I want to get rid of these things and add some new things. But until we make that assessment, we're stuck being this jambalaya of what other people have poured into us. Your financial habits are no different. You have financial habits in you because of where you were raised, who you listened to, what programs you watched. One of the Wealth Our Way family members is my girl, Tamiko Richardson. Tamiko and I are longtime friends from the great Temple University. And I told you guys before, it was actually Tamiko who encouraged me to do the fast here for the program. And she said to me, she said, when you're talking about the fast, please make sure that you point out why each task is important. So she brought up going out to eat. Going out to eat is bigger than just spending the money that you spend when you go out to eat. Going out to eat is that opportunity to see people. And where are you seeing them? It's like Instagram with food in front of you. You're seeing people, for the most part, flexing, especially if you're going out on a Friday or a Saturday night with your peoples. You're out and everybody got their best Gucci belt on. Everybody got their best Louboutins on. Everybody done polished up the whip. And you're looking, and subconsciously, you're absorbing an energy that may make you feel inferior. You're absorbing an energy that may make you feel competitive. You're absorbing an energy that may stoke your ego. And you're going to go back and say, you know what? I'm going to be fly next time I go to Roof Chris. I'm going to be dope next time I slide up in Capitol Grill. And the reality is you are in Capitol Grill, and I'm guilty as charged. Cats know I slide up in Capitol Grill in a hot minute, working with the athletes. I remember a quick little story. I took the Boston Celtics. This was probably back in 2007, 2008. I took the Boston Celtics, like 10 of the team, to Capitol Grill on Broad and Chestnut in Philly. And these cats was ordering everything. I'm sitting there. I had an American Express Black card, so it had no limit. But I'm saying to myself, man, this meal is going to cost me $3,000 to $4,000. They drinking, they eating. It was crazy. I had to call my man, Thane Martin, CPA extraordinaire, office up the way. I said, Thane, come down here and help me with this bill, man. I'm gonna refer some of these people to you for tax work. So come down here and help your boy out. He shows up. The bill comes. It's $3,400, and this is where I got to shout out Paul Pierce, also known as The Truth. What's up, Big Paul? Paul Pierce, when the bill came, he said, what you doing, Big Tank? Because I took the bill. And he said, no, give me that. He takes the bill, he opens it, he looks at it. I think Paul's going to pay the bill. I mean, he's making $16 million at the time. It would have been nothing for him. But he throws the bill to Kendrick Perkins and I forget the other cat's name, who were the rookies on the team. And he says, yo, Rook, y'all got this bill, because it's part of their hazing that they have to pick up a bill. I didn't know that. They looked at Paul like he was crazy, though. They're like, 3,000? We don't have that. And then Paul paid the bill and made them leave the tip. So I bring that story up to say, when you go out, you end up in an environment where sometimes you can get in over your head. It's not just about the food. It's about the mindset of why we're out. I love the show. I mean, give y'all a little guilty pleasure of mine. I love the show Sex and the City, just because as a Black man from the inner city of Philly, I never saw the experiences that four, late 20, early 30 white girls in New York City would have. And I loved it. I was in there like this every day. Because like I say, Big Tank crosses all racial barriers. I wanted to see how four socialites in Manhattan were living. But the financial guy in me, every time I saw these ladies out, I was like, they must all be millionaires. How are they able to afford this lifestyle every night? They're out buying $50 martinis. It's crazy. That's what I thought. I know a lot of people don't think that consciously, but it's working on their subconscious, and they don't feel good about themselves because they can't go out 4 nights a week and buy $50 martinis. Big Tank is here to tell you that's not what's up. What's up is making sure you have a financial plan. If I go to Roof Chris, if I go to Capitol Grill and somebody's able to throw $50 to valet park their car, come in and have a $300 meal, they better have their brokerage statement with them and be able to show me that they're balling 6 figures, 7 figures in a brokerage statement, because then, yes, you can afford $300 dinners. If you cannot afford $300 dinners, don't be out here flexing, putting yourself in hock to try and impress the next person. Go down to Whole Foods, get you some grass-fed organic beef, put it in the oven like Gordon Ramsay says, let that thing cook to the ideal temperature, sear it on both sides in the pan. Big Tank fat. I'm talking about this food. And then you go ahead and you eat that thing, and you done saved yourself $200. You're welcome. That's how you do that. So with that being said, what I want to wrap with is, I just think that everyone needs to take a step back and look at their progress, not just on the 14-day fast, but look back at their progress in life. Your race is not the next person's race. Your journey is not the next person's journey. Where you are, one of my friends and I were talking, and he was like, oh, I feel bad because people that I know are doing so much better than me. First of all, what's it mean that they're doing better than you? You don't know what's going on at their house when they go home. You just hear the highlight reel, what they want to tell you and show you. Colonel Sanders didn't launch Kentucky Fried Chicken until he was in his mid-60s. We don't know what our timeline is. All we know is that we can give our best every day. I'm here to help you give your best financially. So do the review. This is day 7. I love you for sticking through to this point. I'm going to love you tomorrow when you show up for day 8. And I just want to let you know that I will always be here for you financially. Wealth our way. Wealth is not only for the wealthy. Have a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow.